Hello out there, Mr. Drybones here. And with 2023 getting kicked off, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to make a video predicting a couple things that I think are probably going to happen in video games. A few left field predictions, but who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get a few of them right. So, without further ado, here are 5 absolutely, definitely, probably going to happen things in the world of video games in 2023. Alright, the first prediction, as you can see on the screen, is Nintendo Direct. We're definitely going to get a Nintendo Direct in February. I think everybody is pretty much banking on this. Is it a 100% chance? No, I would say maybe 90% chance it's going to happen. Probably first or second week. And that's going to go over maybe the first 6 months of games up through June. We're going to have, it'll have Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom content, of course. They'll probably announce the season pass for the game, maybe some new amiibos. But there'll be a full presentation which will go over all the details for Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom, probably late April, early May. My money's on May 2nd because it's a Tuesday and Nintendo seems to favor putting their Nintendo Directs on Tuesday, although maybe that's me reading too much into it. And now I got another Nintendo one for you. This one's a bit of a shocker, and my reasoning behind it's a little weird, but I think it's still possible. So yeah, this is definitely one of the left field ones. I think, and my reasoning behind this is a little weird, but I still think it's going to happen. This is definitely one of my left field predictions. That Mario RPG from Super Nintendo is going to get a remake on Switch. This is going to be a new Mario game, new, for 2023. We're not going to get a new platformer. I guess maybe we'll get a new Super Mario Brothers game. I don't think that's likely. I think this is going to be the big Mario game for this holiday season. 2023, probably launching late October, last week of October before Halloween. The reason I think that is because this game has really only been re-released twice. It was released on the Wii, and then it was released on the Wii U. Not many people had the Wii U. It shamefully did not come to the 3DS. Shame on Nintendo for that. I have been waiting for a portable version of Mario RPG forever. One of my favorite games. I have a CIB copy of the game. I love this game. The reason I think it's coming is because it's not on the Super Nintendo app yet. They've been rolling out those games really slowly. This is a big game. This would be something that people would pay the $20 a year to play, even if you're just going to play it once and then never again. It's one of the best RPGs on Super Nintendo. Also, one of the HoloLive VTubers, I think it was Corone, played it fairly recently. It was in the middle of last year, if I remember right, and because of COVID, projects shifted. So, the last time that happened, Earthbound was announced for the Super Nintendo app shortly afterwards. So, I think this would be more likely to see as a remake, because as we all know, Alpha Dream unfortunately went out of business, so we're not going to get any more Mario and Luigi games. So there's a hole in Nintendo's catalog for a Mario RPG, a real one, not Paper Mario, Origami King, although that is a good game. If you haven't played it yet, give it a chance. So I think that this is actually a fairly, 60-40 chance, 60% chance it's not true, but I would absolutely be all over a Mario RPG remake, and I think a lot of other people will too, because again, we haven't seen it been released on Nintendo consoles since the Wii U, and that's been over 7 years. We're probably closer to 8 or 9 since it actually was released on the eShop on the Wii U. So, yeah. There you go. There's my Nintendo left field prediction. Mario RPG is going to get a remake for the Switch. If it happens, I will absolutely make a follow-up video, because I would be ecstatic to see that. But now I got a couple of PlayStation ones, so here we go. Let's get into some PlayStation predictions. Alright, here it is. So, PlayStation 5, the console. I don't have any thoughts about whether they're going to be new models or not, hardware mid-generation upgrades or not. But what is going to happen is by spring of this year, probably by the 1st of April, it's going to go up in price in the US. I know it's gone up in price in other territories, but I think that by April of 2023, it's going to go up in the price in the US to at least $550. Unfortunate, I think they just wanted to squeeze one more holiday season out of the US before they had to raise the price, kind of like what Microsoft did, because they already announced they're going to raise the price of Xbox, if I remember right. So, unfortunately, if you live in the US and you haven't gotten a PS5 yet, you're probably going to end up paying a little bit more by spring. So, fingers crossed this one does not happen, but I have a feeling it will. Marketing, global markets are going to dictate that price. It's not really Sony's fault, because I imagine they're already losing money on the console, but hey, it is what it is. And I got another PlayStation. I got one more PlayStation recommendation. This is another one that I hope doesn't come true, but I have a feeling that it will. Okay, so unfortunately the bad predictions will continue to roll on. So I think Spider-Man 2 is going to get delayed on PS5. I think that it is not going to come out. I think the tag team feature or the multiplayer, whatever the hell they're planning for the game, is not going to be as easy to develop as they're planning on, and I think they're going to be unable to get it out in time for holiday of this year, unless they absolutely push it out broken, which I don't think they would do. Insomniac usually makes a pretty polished game. I haven't played one in a while, not since, God, what was the last Ratchet? I think Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus. Good game, you know, but like I said, Insomniac does a good job. But I feel like they're going to be having some trouble with it. The release date is still pretty ambiguous, even though I guess we're early in 2023. I just don't see it getting released this year. I have a feeling it's going to get released early January or early February 2024. So there you go. Take that one as you will. And lastly, I have a Microsoft one, and depending on how much you like Microsoft, I guess it's a good or bad prediction. So here we go. Last one. Alright, my final prediction, I think this is a fairly safe one. Microsoft, Activision Blizzard, I think that deal is definitely going to go through. Microsoft is going to be able to get them. You're going to be able to play these games on Game Pass. It'd be a big win for Microsoft. It'd definitely be a huge loss for Sony. But in the short term, it would be bad for them. In the long term, though, I think that would motivate Sony to reopen some of their Japanese game developers. And they will also force them to make a competitor for Call of Duty, which could lead to better Call of Duty games overall. So depending on how you look at it, glass half full, glass half empty, it could be a good thing for Sony and Microsoft in the long term. As for Nintendo, I don't think anything's going to change. I think there's definitely a hole in the market on Switch for a military shooter, and I can't believe both Activision and EA can't see that and make their own. But hey, it is what it is. So yeah, there you have it. There are 5 absolutely probably going to happen, maybe going to happen, predictions for 2023 about video games. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have any predictions of your own that you would like to share? Comment section is below. Feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, leave a like, or don't, do whatever you like. I will be here either way. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.